You want to see an airplane, Finn? Okay, finish that grammar. We'll look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first thing that you have to do, of course, is to organize your stuff before traveling. As much as possible, you have to travel light. So we have like 3 big luggages and then 5 the hand carry and 2 strollers.
What?
So that was very difficult on our part. It wasn't fun. Be realistic. You can just buy stuff wherever you're going. That would be a big help on your luggages. The porters in the airport. We left Charlotte. That's where we took off. Paid someone to help us out with our baggage. Then when you organize your stuff, you have to separate your baby stuff, your baby medicine, and then bring a lot of snacks too for the kids. That will satiate their hunger in the airport, especially when they're crying or whining. That really helped us. The security personnel were also very considerate of the medicine that we brought. I brought some baby Tylenol, EpiPen, Benadryl. So they just were very considerate of that. I did not bring formula, baby formula, but I saw some moms, their breast milk got separated. TSA personnel had to check them just to make sure it's not a chemical that could be risky during the flight. So very considerate about baby medicine and baby food. And then one of the most helpful items that we brought with us or bought for this trip are our 2 strollers. Brought an umbrella, the Costco umbrella stroller, and the Craft. They are pretty cheap. If you want to splurge on your strollers, then that would be very nice. We brought 2 strollers for both boys. My older one is 3 and my younger one is 15 months old during that time. And the 2 strollers too will help you transport your kids, especially when they're sleeping. You don't want to carry them in your arms, or it will be difficult for you. Getting 2 separate strollers would be very helpful. It will be advisable to get a compact stroller so that you can just fold them and bring them with you in the airplane. So you don't have to check them in with your big luggages. You can just put them in the airplane with you. So just leave them on the door. Just tell them that you will just leave them by the plane door, and they would be fine with it. So you can just carry it when you can use it when you get off the plane. It was very handy for us because we flew from Charlotte and then we had a layover in New York. We arrived in New York at 10 in the evening. So, and then we had to hop on a bus, the airport bus. From that airport bus, we had to go to a different terminal. New York to Seoul, to Incheon, South Korea, and then to Manila. So without those 2 strollers, I can't imagine, going in and out of the airport carrying our kids. So get 2 strollers. All right. You also have to research on the airline that you will buy the tickets from. So we went with Korean Air. They were very helpful. I had one negative review that I read about them, especially having a baby on board. But personally, on my experience, they were really helpful. The company was very helpful. So yeah, check their airline, if it has a bassinet section or a bassinet aisle. After purchasing the ticket, you have to call them to reserve the bassinet aisle. You can call them or you can do this online in their website. I did both of them. So I did it on their website. You can view where the bassinet section is. So a bassinet aisle is a part of the plane where babies can sleep. So
Wow.
they literally give you a bassinet, the baby a bassinet, but they have a specific measurement for the baby. My baby was 15 months old that time, and he was big. So his measurements were still okay. So I did provide them his information, so his height, his weight. Yeah, you have to call them. So I called Korean Air and they required my information, flight number, our names, so everything, just to confirm that it is you. So I requested the bassinet aisle. I requested food for the kids specifically because my older son is very picky. And then I requested baby food for my toddler. So yeah, I called them I think 3 times just to confirm that, hey, do you have my information? Is it confirmed? Are we all good to go? Is the flight good to go? So I just have to do it since I just want to make sure it is a 28 hours flight. So I want my family to be comfortable in the flight. So yeah, that's what I did, and it really helped. One thing that I also found effective is to have a wrap for your infant. So my second child was 15 months old during that time. He was very mobile. He wanted to crawl, walk. So I brought with me a body wrap, like a bigger one for a growing toddler, but I didn't use it because it's very bulky. So what I used was the airline's blanket. I just wrapped it around me, just to have him closer on my body, so when I kind of sleep or nap, he won't fall over. So it just helped me to immobilize him. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to crawl, but I just want him to stay on my lap. That's advisable here. So yeah, when I breastfed him, I use it as a cover. I use it as a wrap for him to hold on my body. So it was really helpful. I was planning to buy like a body wrap, but I did not. So yeah, you can just use the airline blanket to wrap your baby around you. And this is a contested thing. If ever you want to get a sleeping pill for your toddlers, I did not. But my younger son is teething when we did the flight, and I didn't want them to be uncomfortable, especially during takeoff and landing. I gave them ibuprofen. So I gave them ibuprofen, and then I had to make sure that my baby was drinking his milk, because swallowing will help them, relieve the air pressure. So that really helped. It was really good. But I just did the ibuprofen once when we took off from North Carolina. That was our first trip. So I watched some videos telling parents to give melatonin, baby melatonin. I didn't. You have to seek your physicians or your previous advice about that. Okay. Hi guys. It also helped us when we put the kids in their pajamas, when when we left the first airport, maybe 30 minutes before the flight, we changed them in their pajamas, and that helped. It made them comfortable, so they slept almost all the time that we were in the plane. And then we also brought with us 2 tablets for them, but we didn't really use it inside the plane. They just used the movies, or they just watched movies in the plane, but most of the time they were asleep. But the tablets, it pacified them in the airport while waiting and while eating their snacks. And that's it.
Here, thumbs up. Pickle. What do you see, You see a carrot.